We have all had one of those days where we are just smiling and nodding and doing all the right things. But inside, we are just trying to keep from falling apart, right? For me, people see the smile and they think, oh, she's good. What they don't see is the mental checklist I'm running through my head just to finish the day. What they don't see is me getting the kids food while wiping away tears of grief that I had no idea were coming, or pressing record while swallowing the lump in my throat and creating content. You show up enough times with a smile, and suddenly you're strong instead of struggling. And that's what we're going to talk about today on Random Candace Thoughts. Welcome. My name is Candace. I am your favorite mom, Nana, and overthinker extraordinaire. And I'm strong. I am strong. But not because everything is easy, not because I'm healed, and not because I have it all figured out. I'm strong because I keep going. And some days, going looks like sending a happy text and then curling up on the bathroom floor in the shower. This episode isn't just about me, it's about all of us who've ever smiled through heartbreak, who've laughed through anxiety, crushing anxiety, who've posted something funny online, even though we felt like we were drowning offline. And if that's you, I see you. I want you to know that your smile doesn't have to be a mask. It could be real, but it doesn't have to mean that you're fine. You're allowed to be both. Here's just a couple things that people don't see. Grief, grief of losing my mom and losing Oliver. And sometimes that just hits me like a train. Parenting, parenting difficult kids and praying and hoping and wishing that they turn out better than you. Showing up for clients while you're running on empty because you know that they need you to. Smiling for the camera, creating content right after you got done crying because the bills weren't paid. I have had fights with my kids or my husband and then had to go record content or post content. It's hard to be in the right mindset to do that. I get interrupted doing this podcast all the time by my kids, and it's hard to not get frustrated. But you don't see any of that. It's all edited out. It's easy for everybody to assume that I'm fine because I'm functioning and I'm happy. So, are you being genuinely strong then, or are you just performing? Are you just pretending that you're strong so you don't make other people uncomfortable? We're expected to be so resilient. We're expected to not wear our feelings on our sleeves. When you're the fixer or the rock, or you just kind of have to let other people have the floor and you take a back seat, that stuff's hard mentally when you're trying to perform as the strong person. So, are you hiding the pain? Are you being praised for being strong because you're hiding it? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Because I consider myself to be very strong. I say all the time, I'm raising strong women. But what does that actually mean? How well they can hide the pain or how vocal they are about it? The reality is, you can be both. You could be grieving and happy. You can laugh and still be sad or feel broken. You can smile and still miss someone or something every single day. My smile isn't fake, it's just layered. You could tell that in photos. I'm sure if you look at yourself and you look at videos, you could tell a real laugh, a genuine belly laugh, deep down belly laugh. You could tell the difference between that and like that was funny. I think my biggest problem is that I don't hide it very well. I show everything on my face. I show every emotion on my face. If I'm angry, if I'm frustrated, if I'm happy, if I'm sad, you can tell. You can tell. But sometimes you have to try and be upbeat, even while crumbling inside. And that's lonely. It's real lonely. And you just disconnect in other ways. Social media makes it so easy to filter the truth, constantly trying to be perfect and curated and have the perfect house and the perfect car and the perfect hair and makeup and blah, blah, blah. I promise you this. My name is Candace and I'm a hot mess. This will never be an all highlight reel. This podcast, me, the space, my social media, that's just not me. And if you're smiling while silently screaming, I see you. I see you. If your strength feels like survival, I get it. If you're tired of being called inspiring, when you'd rather just be there, I see you. Going through my grief with my mom, I wasn't a content creator yet. I was in the military, so I kind of kept all that pain inside, which was not good. Not good at all. With Oliver, it was the complete opposite, which brings me into Oliver's light. And it is a segment based on our grandson who was born in January, sleeping. And I was a full-time content creator, and it was hard. It was hard to get out there and post. And finally, I couldn't do it. I had to just post one thing about what happened, and then I skipped a few days and took some time. But I knew I had to get back into it. So I had to look for small wins, small joy, get back into creating funny content without feeling guilty about creating funny content. It makes me appreciate the fact that I can be upfront and honest with my audience, and it still just kept everything just kept going. Business just kept going, and it gave me time. And it was just at that time that I realized I was allowed to be both. I was allowed to be happy and freaking heartbroken. I was allowed to be angry and joyful. I was allowed to heal and hurt. I didn't have to pick a side. And that was refreshing and freeing. You can laugh during grief. You can smile. You're layered. And that's the truth. You do not have to peel back those layers for anybody who isn't willing to hear the full story. So, no, our smiles are not fake. They just may not be the whole truth, and that's okay. I just want to leave you with this. If all you did today was get up, make it through, listen to this podcast, smile or not, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because you did better than you think, and you're absolutely not alone. We've all been there. If you enjoyed this episode of Random Candace Thoughts, make sure you subscribe and share it with a friend who's going through it and just needs the reminder that they don't have to be on all the time. There are things that everybody around you is not seeing when they see you smile, and that's okay. See you next week for another episode of Random Candace Thoughts.